Hello, hello, magical souls. Today we are talking about the Lords of Time. Now, they are such an interesting element to work with. So, for example, they are very similar to the archangels. So, you have a body of archangels, you have a body of angels, you have a body of dragons, you have a body of Elohim, and the Lords of Time fit in amongst this crowd, you see. So, they are very, very helpful um, beings of light that can assist us to fast track things that we know are basically due to us. You could actually feel it coming, but you just think, what's taking so long? Maybe it's you, maybe you're in the way, maybe something happened to slow things down, maybe you had an illness or you had some chaos or some drama distracting you, or anything could have happened. But what's interesting about the Lords of Time is they can actually bring something to you faster than if you just left it up to chance, to the universe, to things, and let them go their own way, run their own course. Now, one caveat I have to say about working with the Lords of Time is that you should be ready for when they bring that thing to you that you want. Sometimes it's somebody would say to me, "Oh, they're waiting to go to university, and for some reason, it just seems like it's taking forever, or they can't find the right workshop to do, or they can't find the right course or the right university to sign it up with." So whatever that is. Or they might say that they are manifesting clients, and for some reason, the clients haven't arrived. They've been manifesting and manifesting, nothing's happening. So, what I say to you is when you invoke the Lords of Time, I would say make sure that your day to day life is actually very almost boring, so that you've got everything sorted. If you've got children, you've got aftercare or babysitters on the ready, because when you invoke these beautiful Lords of Time, you will need to be ready for the onslaught, because they really do make a lot of very magical changes for you. I also liken it to being like the surfer ready for the wave. So if you're on a surfboard and you're ready for the wave, then that's great. You will just go through the wave when it comes. But if you're not ready, that wave is going to smash you onto the floor. So if you have manifested, for example, customers or clients or whatever you want to call them, and they haven't arrived yet, and you invoke the Lords of Time, be ready that you're going to have an onslaught of inquiries. You're going to have an onslaught, and you're going to need to be ready to deal with all that extra workload or the admin or whatever it is that have been manifesting. So I would say, get your house in order. Make sure that you've got your freezer stacked, or your however you like to have your food. Make sure that it's all ready to go, and that you can be on top of things, and that you can move into the wave of whatever's coming for you. So that is the Lords of Time. They are very easy to talk to. You speak to them telepathically. You would ask them in a way that you would ask a friend for something, but instead of ringing up the friend, you would just talk to them telepathically. And sometimes a friend says, "Yes, yes, I'll get to it," and then they've got their own things going on. So you would remind them. So remind the Lords of Time. "Oh, have you been working on my project, whatever it is, to bring that forward?" So just do it a couple of times. Every time you think about the problem or the lack of whatever it is that you have, just send a little message to the Lords of Time. "I'm ready, I'm waiting, I'm expecting the onslaught, so please bring it." And it definitely tends to work better if you feel like that element is on the horizon anyway, like it would be there anyway, or like it might be that you think something might come to you, but only in 6 months' time or 3 months' time. So you can actually pull that to you faster, and the rest of your life stays normal, but that element moves through time faster. So it's not like you're going to age yourself by invoking the Lords of Time. And if you did feel like you were, you can ask the Lords of Time to take off some years off of your age and see how you get on with that. There's other things that you can do with time. I mean, your imagination is limitless, and so are the Lords of Time. So, for example, if you've got some boring jobs coming up, you can ask the Lords of Time to help them go a little bit quicker, a little bit smoother, and they will definitely help you with that as well. So, I would recommend that you are playful with the Lords of Time. I would recommend that you are respectful but joyful and enjoy working with them. Just see how you get on with them. Let's do a little experiment and see how they want to work with you. And remember to thank them always for their gifts. And I would just say, have a good time, have the play around, see what happens, and enjoy the process. Well, thank you for listening today. I'm Catherine Tech. I'm an Akashic Record reader, and I work with Akashic Record keepers and guides. So I work with them to help people to get to from where they are to where they want to be. It's very much a spiritual experience. So the guides are very interested in the person's spiritual journey. But if you have some physical things to do as well, they do overlap with your spiritual journey. So we'd be happy to have a look into that for you if you ever wanted to book a reading. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, so have a very magical rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Take care.